A simple Google search reveals that almost all of human knowledge is available to anyone with an internet connection. But what distinguishes a truly literate person is the ability to think about that information critically and to express one's own point of view effectively. To compete in today's global economy, we need to be able to prepare every student to be able to write their point of view effectively online. And that's why we teach critical thinking through argumentative writing at ThinkCERCA. Unfortunately, even the most highly resourced nations in the world aren't doing a great job of preparing students for today's world. Only 34% of the fourth graders in the US are actually reading at grade level. And only 27% of our high school graduates are college and career-ready writers. And it's also one of the reasons why we have over 30 million unemployable adults in the US alone. I experienced the complexity and the scale of this problem firsthand when I was the director of curriculum and instruction for 115 schools in Chicago. And I stood in the backs of just countless classrooms, watching teachers who may have had up to 10 levels of reading readiness in their classroom, and sometimes 3 or 4 kids from 3 different countries show up in their classroom in the middle of the year. And it just struck me that it was absolutely not fair that those students wouldn't get an education because we didn't equip the teachers with the tools that would make it possible. It was not possible for them to do that job. Unfortunately, the technology that was provided also didn't work because it actually subtracted the 2 key motivators that bring us to schools in the first place, the teachers and the other students. And let's face it, communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, these are not skills that are developed in isolation at a computer station. These are skills that are developed in a collaborative classroom. And that's why I developed ThinkCERCA. ThinkCERCA is a personalized literacy platform that enables whole school systems to systematically teach critical thinking, providing experiences that will enable students to be able to make their own claims, support them with evidence, explain their reasoning clearly, address counterarguments civilly, and use audience-appropriate language. These are skills that are critical to college, career, and civic life. Let me tell you how it works. We have curriculum in 4 core subject areas right now. We provide teachers with lessons in English, math, social studies, and science. These lessons are provided at 10 levels so that teachers can address every single student in their classroom and their individual learning needs, including systematic English language development supports in every subject. An example of one of these sets is from a disease network set, where we teach students how to do mathematical modeling. That's the way that we think critically in math. After students explore data and do this mathematical modeling, they make arguments about questions such as, when was the earliest moment in time that the government should have stepped in to stop the spread of Ebola in West Africa? These are real-world problems that students are solving, and administrators, school leaders, are able to monitor their progress in critical thinking in real time with the data on reading and writing that our system collects. So they can align resources throughout the entire organization around individual student growth. And that is why we have been able to deliver an average of 2 years of reading growth based on standardized test data for all levels of learners. We are performing 4 times better than the next most successful ed tech product when it comes to reading and writing growth. And that is why we already have customers in 38 states throughout the United States, and why we almost have a 500,000 students on our platform across 132 countries. Imagine if we could unleash 2 billion of these little guys on solving the problems that are our grand challenges. And I can tell you as a teacher for 15 years that there is no problem that these students will not be able to solve with their beautiful minds. We appreciate your help in helping us get there. Thank you.